heart of winter when the world is blanketed in a glistening cover of snow and the air is crisp with anticipation, there exists a timeless tale that warms the hearts of people of all ages. It is the story of a jolly old man with a flowing white beard, dressed in a crimson suit, who travels the world in a sleigh pulled by reindeer, delivering gifts to children on Christmas Eve. This beloved figure is none other than Santa Claus, a symbol of love, generosity, and the magic of the holiday season. While many consider Santa Claus to be a purely mythical creation, the truth is that he is rooted in the fascinating life of a real person, Saint Nicholas of Myra. Join me on a journey through history as we uncover the remarkable story of how Santa Claus, the embodiment of holiday cheer, is based on a real historical figure. Our story begins in the ancient city of Myra, located in what is now modern-day Turkey. It was in this bustling Mediterranean city that Saint Nicholas was born around the year 270 AD. Little did anyone know at the time that this child would grow up to become the inspiration for the legendary Santa Claus. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more. Saint Nicholas was born into a wealthy Christian family, and he inherited his parents' devotion to their faith. His life was marked by acts of kindness and generosity from a very young age. The most famous story of his childhood involves a humble family in his hometown who was on the brink of destitution. Saint Nicholas, moved by their plight, secretly placed bags of gold coins in their stockings, which were drying by the fireplace. This act of charity would later inspire the tradition of hanging stockings by the fireplace to receive gifts. As Nicholas grew older, he continued to exemplify the values of love and compassion instilled in him by his parents and his faith. He was ordained as a bishop and became known for his selfless acts of charity. One of the most enduring stories from his life involves a destitute man with 3 daughters who had no dowry. In those days, a dowry was essential for a woman to marry, and without it, they faced a life of hardship or even destitution. Learning of the family's plight, Nicholas decided to help. Under the cover of night, he threw 3 bags of gold through the window of the man's home, providing the necessary dowry for all 3 daughters. This selfless act, which saved the daughters from a life of despair, is often cited as the origin of Santa Claus's tradition of giving gifts. In addition to his generosity, Saint Nicholas was also revered as a protector of those in need. His reputation for defending the innocent and championing justice spread far and wide. One famous legend tells of his intervention in the case of 3 innocent men who had been falsely accused and sentenced to death. As the executioner's sword was about to fall, Saint Nicholas rushed forward, snatched the sword from the executioner's hand, and demanded the release of the innocent men. This daring act of courage and compassion illustrates how Saint Nicholas was not only a symbol of generosity, but also a defender of the vulnerable. It is no wonder that his legacy endured for centuries and continues to inspire the modern portrayal of Santa Claus as a protector of children. As time passed, Saint Nicholas's reputation for benevolence and compassion continued to grow. He became the patron saint of sailors, merchants, and children. Pilgrims from far and wide traveled to Myra to pay homage to the beloved bishop, and many miracles were attributed to his intercession. However, as the centuries rolled on, the world underwent significant changes. The Protestant Reformation of the 16th century saw a decline in the veneration of saints in some parts of Europe. Saint Nicholas's popularity waned in certain regions, but his legacy lived on in the hearts of those who continued to honor him. The transformation of Saint Nicholas into Santa Claus as we know him today can be traced back to the New World and the blending of various cultural traditions. In the early 17th century, Dutch settlers in America brought with them the tradition of celebrating Saint Nicholas's feast day on December 6th, known as Sinterklaas in Dutch. Over time, Sinterklaas evolved in the New World, merging with other customs and traditions. The Dutch Sinterklaas brought gifts to children, and the date of December 6th gradually shifted to Christmas Eve. In the early 19th century, the iconic image of Santa Claus began to take shape. One of the most significant contributors to the modern image of Santa Claus was the influence of literature and art. In 1823, Clement Clarke Moore penned the famous poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas, commonly known as The Night Before Christmas. This poem described Santa Claus as a plump, jolly figure with 8 reindeer and a sleigh filled with gifts. Illustrations accompanying the poem depicted Santa Claus as a rotund man with a white beard, dressed in a red suit with white fur trim. Moore's poem and the accompanying illustrations captured the imagination of the American public and solidified the image of Santa Claus that persists to this day. The next major milestone in the transformation of Santa Claus occurred in the 1930s, when Coca-Cola commissioned Haddon Sundblom, a commercial artist, to create a series of holiday advertisements featuring Santa Claus. Sundblom's illustrations depicted Santa Claus as a jovial, larger-than-life character enjoying a Coca-Cola while taking a break from his gift-giving duties. These images, which ran in Coca-Cola ads for several decades, further popularized the modern portrayal of Santa Claus. While the American image of Santa Claus became widely recognized and embraced, various countries around the world also had their own unique interpretations of this beloved figure. In some cultures, Santa Claus is known as Father Christmas or Père Noël, while in others he is called Ded Moroz or Sinterklaas. Despite the differences in names and traditions, the essence of Santa Claus as a symbol of love and generosity remains universal. As we reflect on the remarkable journey from the historical Saint Nicholas to the beloved Santa Claus, we see how a humble bishop from Myra, Turkey became a timeless symbol of kindness and joy. Saint Nicholas's legacy continues to inspire acts of charity and compassion around the world, especially during the holiday season. The story of Santa Claus is a testament to the enduring power of generosity, love, and the human spirit. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, there is room for light, hope, and the magic of giving. Santa Claus, based on the real person of Saint Nicholas, serves as a reminder that the spirit of Christmas is not found in material gifts alone, but in the love and kindness we share with one another.